Thank you for that. Usually people do that when I stop talking, but I don't know if any of you have kids. I have a 5-year-old niece, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna take a selfie. Let's go." And she goes, "I'm gonna take a poop." And she's 5, and she's actually far more eloquent than I will ever be. She actually uses the word rather, like correctly. So she goes, "I'm gonna take a poop. Rather, I'm gonna take a pee, and then I'm gonna take a poop." And I'm like, "You need a magazine?" "No, I have an iPad." So I found the very last boyfriend I ever had on Craigslist. And then I found out I was a lesbian. I don't actually know if it was something that he did or if it was the fact that I found him on Craigslist. He came with a TV, and we had some things in common. You know, we could talk about sports. I could change the oil in his motorcycle. So it was really good for a while, and then we got to know each other better, you know. And he has a math degree and a really hot sister. So yeah, things weren't adding up. Anyway, I did once buy a stuffed elk on Craigslist. It's a good buy. Okay, so I want to talk about something serious, but maybe not. Okay, so I have OCD, for real. Not the kind that makes you want to like clean things, which kind of sucks because my apartment's a mess. I have what's known as pure O OCD, which sounds kind of like an orgasm, you know, like pure O. Only it causes me a lot of mental anguish every single time. So it's kind of like every orgasm I've ever had. But the way OCD works, right, is it makes you think about these horrible things. You get anxiety and you start obsessing about things, and it attaches itself to everything that you love. Like, I love my family and I love my friends, and I don't want to see them die, mostly because I love them and I like their money. And OCD makes you think that, you know, they're all gonna die. So when you get anxious about those things, some people, they wash their hands all the time. Other people, like, they have to not step on cracks in the sidewalk. For me, it's all in my head, all the rituals. So, for example, I like even numbers. I like the number 4, and so when I'm thinking all of these things, I have to watch the second hand on the clock click over 4 times. And if it doesn't, we're all gonna die. So I think that pretty much explains it pretty well, but I can repeat myself, if you'd like. So it's okay to joke about OCD, actually, except to your psychiatrist, apparently. I told him one night, or one day, I was like, "Hey, I have this really big dinner party, and my house is messy, and I really need it to be cleaned up, so can you give me a shot of that, like, germaphobe OCD?" And he's like, "We're gonna raise your medication." So anyway, I talk about OCD a lot, mostly because I used to be ashamed of it, and people shouldn't be ashamed of it. You get treatment and you can have a wonderful life. Of all the things that I should be ashamed of, OCD is not one of them. I used to have a mullet. Thank you, everyone.